guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Friday. You're watching this now, it's probably evening time. I have little Riley and in this video we are talking all things flexi working and basically looking at flexibility that people get through work, especially parents. So whether you're a mother, father, a carer, I'm just going to share my story with you guys and basically just have a quick chat about what we normally do on a Friday. So Riley's here. And he's currently having some iPad time, so he doesn't want to get involved in the video. But basically on Fridays, well, every other Friday, not every single Friday, every other Friday, every fortnight, I have a non-working day, which basically means that because I have compressed hours and I was granted flexibility at work, I work a slightly longer weekday for 9 days, and then I get every Friday off, well, 2 Fridays a month. And generally at the moment Riley's nursery pattern is Monday through to Thursday, and on a Friday he's either with me or with his grandparents. And throughout the week as well he gets to be with his auntie, so he does two long days and 2 half days. And I feel like I just wanted to kind of share my story about flexible working and flexi time, because I feel like it's something that the industry, I say the working industry, so the type of industry that I'm in where you're in an office job 9 to 5, isn't really open to that and doesn't really allow for parents to do that. So in this video I'm just talking about... Say hi, Grandpa.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, Kulu.
Hey. Hey, buddy.
Okay guys, so in this video obviously I said that I'd mention a little bit about my flexible working, and then basically I'm going to give you 5 tips to successfully apply for flexible working if you're a parent or a carer. The main thing about it is, as I've explained, I have compressed my hours and I have the privilege of sort of having every fortnight a Friday off, and I get to spend that time with Riley. I also have the ability to work from home as and when required, which I don't often take because I think I prefer to be in the office. The team morale, just knowing what conversations are happening really helps with feeding into my work. The times that I do work from home are for convenience. For example, we've had nursery closures during the time of snow. Hell, but that worked out really well because I was able to work from home and still cater to my child's needs, which was amazing. I think only myself and someone in senior management have young children or children at all, so it's interesting to observe that actually about 90% of the colleagues within my team are very, very positive and supporting of flexible working methods. From flexi time, working from home, compressed hours, everyone does something in their own way to suit their preferred lifestyle choices and work balance. And then we've also got colleagues that just choose not to opt into flexible working. But yeah, no, I can say that for me that's probably the most interesting thing about my team, that most people actually don't have that set reason to partake in flexible working but are very open-minded. First thing that I did was to look at the HR policies in the organisation. A lot of the time that information is a free-for-all, whether you've been given a welcome pack, whether it's on the intranet, you can look it up, and if all else fails, HMRC will always have some form of guidance that applies to people, whether you are in a permanent contract, fixed term, or working for agency, and that applies to anything that might relate to children and families. So whether you want to know about maternity leave, paternal leave, you know, leave for carers, adoption leave, or anything like that, there's always information that is on various government websites outside of what you may have in your organisation. The second thing that I did was to assess my actual needs, my situation. So I looked at my childcare, how that worked for my partner and I, how that worked for family members, and I also thought about the fact that if there was a gap at some point, so for example during the week Riley does 2 full days but he also does half days and spends afternoons with his auntie, and then on the Fridays where I'm not at home he's with grandparents. If anything were to happen, or if grandparents were out of the country, which they were recently for about a month, they went on holiday, what are my alternatives? And I felt that I had to be realistic, so everything couldn't just be work based. So I made sure that I informed the nursery that they may be ad hoc days that will be required, which they were very open to and understood, considering that he's close to being full-time. He's also a priority there, which was important to just establish that. The third thing that I did was to marry step 1 and step 2 by having a conversation with someone in HR. And I felt like that was really, really important, because for me, obviously HR are removed from my working team, so I could have conversation in confidence to just kind of gauge what's common practice, which I think is really, really important. You want to kind of know what generally happens, so you don't push the boat too far out, but also you don't want to then go in with sort of like a lower request than what you actually need. So you can then sort of say to someone in HR, is this realistic? What are my options? Can I do this? Can I do that? And the third, once I'd taken step 3 of speaking to someone in confidence, I was then able to bring up the topic with my line manager when we caught up in a one-to-one, which is basically step 4, where you then talk to the person that is accountable and in charge of your contract to just say, these are my needs and would this be an option? At the same time, while you're having that conversation, I think step 5, which is really, really important to the final push, is showing that the organisation's priorities are also something that you're aware of and you're flexible to. So as much as I have a compressed contract at present, if that needed to change for my work, for my role, in order to kind of have business continuity, then that's what I would do. So I really think that organisation is essential. Awareness of the information that's out there is essential as well. So organisation, awareness, and last but not least, confidence. I think you have to really follow it through and know exactly what you want from the request, and just make sure that you are clear. I hope this is really helpful, and basically this is kind of like I said, an encouragement video for people to actually go and apply for flexible working if it's something that is realistic to your organisation. I feel like it's done wonders for me and my family. A lot of the time on Friday we will generally catch up on washing, go to soft play, watch a movie, and just spend some good old bonding time. I mean, it's stuff we can do every weekend and do, but that extra day makes a real difference. And for my child in particular, having that little bit of a lie-in is just gold for him, and so it's beautiful to just wake up and see him really happy. Until the next video, thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye.